Today we review the all-new Skyline that has a pair of human eyes with bulges and a hanging moon. But the problem is, it's not actually a Skyline. What we have here is the successor of Infiniti G35 and G37 that used to have the glorious Skyline badge attached to it. But now Infiniti decided to drop the name on this one. It is the Infiniti Q60 Coupe. It is the perfect example to represent Infiniti's design language, powerful elegance. Just check out the curved lines and the stunts. This one is finished in dynamic sunstone red, just gorgeous. And she looks seductive even without trying through her alluring human-like eyes LED headlights. You must be wondering why there's a bulge over here. Well, let me explain. The pointy bit from Infiniti's logo created an energy so strong it penetrated through the hood to infinity and beyond, hence there's a bulge. Yes, I didn't make this up, it is true. The wheels are 19-inch in size with a dual-tone rim design, and it is said that the gap between the wheel and the wheel arch is now tighter than ever. That's what she said. Oh, now, check this out. Infiniti goes the extra mile just to create impossible lines and creases. Something like this. Especially with a really tight gap, it is very difficult to make. In order to achieve this, they have to redesign the hinge on the door to make sure that the door opens and closes just fine. Little effort like this does make a difference. If you compare this with the melting C-pillar in the Q50, you can see that this one has finally melted away, but Infiniti calls it the crescent pillar, just like a hanging moon. The boot lid is pretty special as well. It's made out of combination of plastic and steel frame to achieve this really complex ducktail spoiler design. The end results? Well, as you can see, she has got a beautiful rear end with really large tips. I mean, exhaust tips. As you can see, Infiniti didn't go for a contemporary or a modern theme. It doesn't have crystal buttons or floating screens. In fact, they went for something that is very safe, which doesn't even go with the exterior looks. It even comes with foot-operated parking brakes. Now imagine this, you drive up to a girl in your swanky coupe and you wind down the window and you're about to ask, "Hello gorgeous, would you like to hang out?" No, it's not sexy at all. But I have to say the seats are very comfortable and beautiful. The upholstery in this cabin feels and looks premium. And I also like the steering wheel. This is latest GTR stuff, except for the emblem and no pedal shifters, which is a huge boo-boo, Infiniti. Media cluster actually looks kind of old. It's the usual screen in the middle, left and right speedo and rev counter. Right in the center, you get the Infiniti InTouch system, where you get twin screen. The one on top is an 8-inch touchscreen finished in matte surface to avoid glare, while the bottom one is 7-inch in clear gloss to look sharp. Why two screens, you ask? Well, they say it is to reduce the usage of buttons in the cabin to reduce clutter. Yeah, sure. And the InTouch head unit is actually connected to a 13-speaker Bose Performance audio system. Yes, 13. Specially tuned for the Q60s. I like the gear lever with the Infiniti logo in it. You can choose your drive mode from here, you get large cup holders, and a decent sized armrest compartment. Now, the back seats, and you'll love it. Now, to get to the back seat, I'll try to be as Q60 as possible. Powerful elegance. It is extremely spacious back here. Check out the seats. full-size adult seats and not just a bench like many other coupes out there. Infiniti is very generous in giving big, plushy leather seats. The headroom is just okay, but really, where else can you find a coupe this spacious back here? I love it! Boot space is actually very impressive for a coupe. Check it out! If you need more space, you can put the seats down as well. And oh, by the way, if you accidentally lock yourself in your boot, well, you can always pull this to let yourself out. There is only one variant offered by Infiniti in Malaysia, which is this, a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine which came from Mercedes-Benz, paired to a 7-speed automatic gearbox transferring powers to the rear wheels. Yes, it's a rear-wheel drive. It produces 211 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque, 0 to 100 in 7.3 seconds, and it has got a top speed of 235 km per hour. In some countries though, they even get 3-litre V6 twin turbo that can produce up to 400 horsepower. I wonder how that feels like. The Q60 does share a driver assist feature with Nissan, which is the active trace control. That basically reduces understeer and body roll as you go around corners by applying brakes and reducing engine torque as you go along. And you know what else they share? The key fob. They share the same key fob as Nissan GT-R and Nissan Almera. Really? Infiniti? Why? So how does it drive? It has turbo lag, surely, but does it really matter? Because in a car like this, you will want to accelerate gradually with much elegance to suit the looks of the car. Because this thing does give you a certain level of premiumness. In terms of power delivery, it is very smooth on highways. In fact, that's what it is. It's more of a premium cruiser than a sports coupe. Like, you know, a grand tourer. Because once you take it onto a twisty road, that's when you start to realize its sluggish side. And there's no pedal shifters for you to make it feel better or make yourself feel better. That is when you wish there is a V6 under the hood. The Q60 is built around an old platform, similar to the one in the 370Z and the GT-R, which makes it quite a heavy premium coupe. Does it really matter though? Remember, drive with elegance. On the brighter side, it is very comfortable, especially the seats, and definitely one of the best looking seats ever fitted into a car. The seating position is also quite high, like a sedan, which is good so that you don't feel tired during long hour drives. And it rides comfortably as well. Infiniti puts in even more effort to make sure you feel the premiumness by fitting in acoustic glass windshield and active noise cancellation through the Bose Performance audio system. It has got 2 pickup mics in front and 1 at the back. So it's actually really quiet in here. But at 4,000 RPM on sport mode, the car fits in subtle synthesized exhaust note to wake you up, I guess. Now, big butt time. The steering feel isn't exactly great. It has a certain numbness in it. On highways, when you're driving at speed, it does give you that sense of security, it is stable and it's actually okay. But when you put on sport mode, that added weight does make it feel a little unnatural. Does it really matter? Well, I can still live with it actually. But here's the actual big but. It is unusually heavy when you are not on the move, which means you need extra muscle to move it into a really tight parallel parking. Which is weird because it is an electro-hydraulic, which is the same as the one in the standard Q50. Maybe it's got larger wheels here, maybe. Or just maybe it is the characteristic of the car. Maybe. I just love the looks of this Q60, finished in metallic soul red. Dynamic sunstone red. And especially with the things that the designers do, like the dramatic creases and that awesome looking complex ducktail boot lid, it makes it even more appealing. You want something that makes you feel special? This is it. So, is this car for you? Well, if you are looking for that very beautiful and elegant coupe that can fit all your kids and at the same time makes you feel special and unique because you want to be different from everyone else, then yes. But if you are the kind that will feel uncomfortable with that uniqueness and you want something that's a lot more sportier than this one, then probably not. If you want to find out more about the all-new Infiniti Q60 Coupe, do log on to AutoBuzz.my. If you like our video, do give us a thumbs up and don't forget to share and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the logo or the subscribe button below. In dynamic sunstone, why are you raining the rain?
What? Seriously? In order to not die, you have to turn left a lot so that the water goes the other way. If you turn right now, whoa, banjir, yod.